Many families think the final stage of life arrives suddenly, but hospice nurses often say it usually comes through small changes that people don't recognize at first. The final stage of life can look very different from what many people imagine. Some changes appear gradually, while others may come unexpectedly. Hospice nurses often explain that understanding these common end-of-life changes can help families feel more prepared and focus on comfort, connection, and care. 1. Sleeping much more than usual. Sleeping more than usual is a change that hospice nurses and caregivers commonly observe near the end of life. An older person may begin sleeping longer, resting more during the day, and showing less interest in activities they normally enjoy. Families sometimes worry that this means the person is unhappy or no longer wants to interact. But in many end-of-life situations, increased sleep can happen because the body gradually uses less energy. Daily tasks become more tiring. Periods of wakefulness may become shorter. Someone may still recognize voices, even if they do not respond much. Because of that, many caregivers recommend continuing to speak gently, staying present, and allowing rest without pressure. Trying to force someone to stay awake, eat, or participate more than they comfortably can may create unnecessary stress. What often helps most is creating a calm environment, soft conversation, familiar sounds, and simply being there. 2. Reduced interest in food and drinking. Reduced interest in food and drinking is another change that can happen. During the final stage of life, families often notice meals becoming smaller, favorite foods being left unfinished, or less interest in eating altogether. Sometimes even drinking becomes less frequent. This can feel upsetting because offering food and water is often connected with caring and support. But in many end-of-life situations, the body may naturally begin needing less energy than before. Digestion can slow down and appetite may decrease. Hospice and palliative care teams often focus more on comfort than trying to maintain normal eating patterns. That does not mean food should be withheld. It means offering food gently, respecting what the person wants and avoiding pressure. Small portions, favorite flavors. Moistening the lips or offering sips when comfortable may sometimes feel more supportive. Changes in appetite do not automatically mean someone is in pain, but if there are concerns about swallowing discomfort or sudden changes, medical guidance should always be considered. For many families, understanding this change can help shift the focus from how much is being consumed to how comfortable and supported the person feels. Spending more time quiet and withdrawn. Spending more time quietly can become more noticeable. Some older adults speak less, respond more slowly, or prefer being alone for longer periods. Families sometimes interpret this as sadness or emotional distance, but reduced interaction can also happen because conversation and attention require more energy. Being present without demanding responses may feel more supportive. 4. Changes in energy throughout the day. Energy levels may become less predictable. Someone may seem alert for a short period, then become tired quickly. Simple activities may require more recovery time. Short moments of connection often become more meaningful than long conversations. 5. Changes in breathing patterns. Breathing patterns may begin changing. Breathing can become slower, irregular, or include pauses. At times, breathing may sound different because clearing secretions becomes harder. These changes can appear uncomfortable to watch, but visible changes do not always mean the person is suffering. Any sudden breathing concerns should still be discussed with healthcare professionals. 6. Reduced interest in daily activities. Activities that once felt important may gradually become less appealing. Watching television, following routines, or participating in conversations may happen less often. This change may reflect lower energy rather than a loss of interest in loved ones. 7. Moving less than before. Movement may become slower and more limited. Walking, changing position, or sitting up can require more effort. Comfort and safety often become the main priorities. 8. Spending longer periods with eyes closed. Long periods with eyes closed can become more common, even without much visible response. Some people may still notice voices and familiar sounds. Many caregivers continue speaking calmly and normally during this stage. 9. Changes in awareness and attention. Changes in awareness can become more noticeable. During the final stage of life, there may be moments of clear conversation, followed by periods of confusion or reduced focus. Someone may speak less about current events and more about memories from years ago. Families sometimes become worried when conversations feel different. But changes in awareness can happen for many reasons, including reduced energy illness, medications, and changes in body function. Care teams often recommend responding with calm, reassurance instead of correcting every detail. For many families, listening becomes more meaningful than trying to keep conversations structured. 10 changes in skin temperature and circulation. Skin temperature and circulation may begin changing. Hands and feet can feel cooler. Some areas of the skin may appear lighter, darker, or slightly different in color. These changes can happen because blood flow may shift. As the body's needs change, families often worry that cold hands automatically mean discomfort. But comfort cannot be judged by temperature alone. Simple measures that support comfort should be discussed with care teams when needed. 11. Needing more help with everyday tasks. Daily tasks may gradually require more support. Getting dressed, drinking water, changing position. Activities that once felt automatic may become difficult. This can be emotional. Especially for people who value independence, many caregivers focus on preserving dignity during this stage, explaining what is happening, offering choices, and moving at the person's pace can help maintain comfort and respect. 12 longer periods of reduced responsiveness. Longer periods of reduced responsiveness can happen in some situations near the end of life. Someone may respond less often, speak very little, or keep their eyes closed for longer periods. For families, this stage can feel uncertain. But healthcare teams often remind loved ones that presence can still matter. A calm voice, gentle reassurance, holding a hand even when responses become limited. Moments of connection may still remain. 13 changes in sleep and wake patterns. Sleep and wake patterns may be changing more noticeably. Day and night can start feeling less structured. Someone may sleep for long periods during the day, then become more awake at unexpected times. Families sometimes worry that this schedule should be corrected, but near the end of life, maintaining a normal routine may become less important than comfort. The body's natural rhythms can change. Short periods of alertness may become the moments that matter most. Instead of focusing on keeping a schedule, many caregivers focus on making awake moments feel calm and comfortable. Soft lighting, gentle conversation, and avoiding unnecessary interruptions may help create a more peaceful environment. Being awake less does not automatically mean someone is disconnected. Comfort and presence can still matter, even during quiet moments. 14. Needing more comfort than conversation. Comfort sometimes becomes more important than communication. Long conversations, explanations, or constant questions may begin feeling exhausting. Someone may prefer silence, holding a hand, or simply having people nearby. Families often feel pressured to say the perfect words, but hospice caregivers frequently remind families that meaningful support does not always require long conversations. Small actions can carry a lot of comfort. Sitting together, speaking gently, adjusting a blanket, creating a peaceful environment. These moments may feel simple, but for many families, they become the moments remembered most. Closing end-of-life changes can look different for every person, and no single sign can predict exactly what someone is experiencing. But understanding these common changes may help replace fear with compassion and uncertainty with more meaningful care. Sometimes, being present matters more than having the right words. Every person's experience is different, and these changes do not happen the same way for everyone. But understanding them may help families focus less on fear and more on comfort, presence, and care.